Good morning all, and what a beautiful day. I've just arrived here at work at Trafford Golf Centre. Tournament day. Don't know why I'm driving this far around the car park. That's way too far. That's for a walk backing in. Tournament day, so I've just got a 1 hour lesson to do before I head over to the golf course. Tournament today is at Davyhulme Golf Club. That's where I did the previous kind of guess the score vlog, so really looking forward to it. Davyhulme's an old, where I used to be a member growing up, so I kind of know the course extremely well. So, shut up. So I know the course very, very well, but there's an unbelievable field there today. We've got ex-European Tour Pro Philip Archer and probably the top 10 to 13 golfers in the northwest of England. So the top 10 or 13 in the order of merit are all here today, I think, pretty much anyway. So looking at the scores from a Pro-Am yesterday, Philip Archer won with 4 under and Ryan O'Neill second with, Philip Archer won with 5 under and Ryan O'Neill second with 4 under. So that's going to be pretty much the standard of today as well. I actually think Davyhulme's a little bit easier than where they played yesterday. So we need a good one today. We need a really, really good one. I'm thinking, honestly, I'm thinking 66. I think 65 might win, but I'm going to need to shoot. I'm certainly going to need to shoot in the 60s today to have any sort of, I suppose even just take a bit of cash home. There's not much prize fund anyway, but it'll be interesting. So we're going to do this hour lesson, bit of a warm up, and then to the golf course. That was a tough day. That was interesting. The forecast for the rain was 4 p.m. The shotgun start was 1 p.m. 1:45, the rain came down and the rain did not stop. Difficult to talk you through my round today because obviously we didn't finish. What I can say though is that I won. Yeah, I won. We came joint first, all of us. So with the rain there, because of the, obviously we're not really in a position to come back tomorrow. It's very different than what you would see on the TV. They basically, it's just split pot. So whatever the prize fund was gets split between the 20 pros that were there. So I think we will come out with about £80 each. So it's, yeah, that's pretty much our prize money at the moment, which is fantastic. It was, I'd have probably done better, I think. I was level par with 2 to play. And in those conditions, I thought that was a pretty good score. When I came in, apparently there was one lad on 5 under with 4 to play. And there was a couple of lads on 3 under with 2 to play. So, some really good scoring out there, actually. I kind of predicted earlier on that 66, 65 was probably going to win the day if it was those conditions that I started filming this vlog in, but that rapidly changed. I mean, it was crazy, absolutely crazy day. So got underway, got off to an okay start. Nearly made birdie putt down the first. Second hole, I hit a really bad tee shot into the trees, and I came up against a tree trunk. Basically took a drop. I was thinking about Jordan Spieth in it and walking all the way back down the line of sight to the flag, but I would have still had to go up and around trees, and I wouldn't have got the ball any further than where I would have been when I did eventually take 2 club length relief and then just chipped out. So I chipped out 9-9 on a par 5 onto around about 15 feet, held the putt, so a really fantastic scramble for par around that hole. A couple of good putts down the next 2 holes. And again, level par. 16, oh no, I have to get my numbers right now because I started on the 15th as a shotgun start. But to me, the 15th is the 12th because they changed the numbers around on a few of these holes. So you have to bear with me on the numbers. So when I actually got round to hole number 1, I then hit my ball into the left trees No, left rough, went past the trees, went left of the trees. So it was okay, I only had a wedge into the green, but I was actually in a divot, ball below my feet, got a bit of a flyer off the lie as well, and went over a good 20 yards long. Didn't get up and down, made bogey. Next hole, second hole, weird. Really easy par 3, 125 yards, but for me it's right in between clubs. 125 is perfect gap wedge, but it was 125 into the breeze. But it wasn't a strong breeze, but it was probably strong enough that I would have left it short into the bunker, but a pitching wedge goes long. Now, I'm really not very good at those little half shots, but I really didn't have any other choice, so I went for the little half shot, and I honestly full on thinned this ball. I mean, it hit the middle of the club, bottom of the club, middle of the ball, straight over the back of the green, and then, because I was coming back in, I short-sided myself. I duffed the chip and then got up and down for bogey. So a couple of scrappy holes there. Next hole, started to get it together again. Hit a fantastic drive up the third. 220 to the flag, which is hanging on the back edge. I've drawn a 4-iron around the tree that's in the middle of the fairway, and I've put it onto around about 15 feet. So I've got a short 15-footer for eagle, which I think I needed to hit it 2 inches harder, and it was in. So I left it dead weight, but it just took that borrow at the end. So I made birdie back to 1. Back down the fourth hole, which is the old first, hence why I get a little bit mixed up. I hit a really bad shot again and blocked a 9-iron from 145 par 3 into 155 par 3 into the right bunker. Fantastic up and down. Now, we get this question a lot: what do you do when it's a wet bunker? And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know. I was kind of in there just trying to feel it out a little bit. The sand gets very thick, you can't really dig your feet in. Straight away then for me, I've just got to shorten my backswing. I literally swung it to around about waist height with the club and just accelerated mildly through the ball. Just took a tiny bit of the top layer of sand and just carried the ball out to about 8 feet up the hill, straight putt, in for par. So I made a good little scramble there, but bunkers like that are so difficult. On the flip side, you don't need to take too much sand, you don't need an aggressive shot, you just got to commit to a shorter swing and just take a tiny bit of sand. Next hole, par 5 again. I really ate the par 5s up really well, other than my second hole of the day. I hit a great drive, left myself with a 7-iron in from around about 180. This is a bit frustrating, put it on, just pulled it a little bit, so I kind of found just past pin high but far left side of the green. The rain's coming down now, so you're thinking this is going to slow the pace of the putts up. It didn't really, and to be honest with you, fair play to the greens, because they were incredible. They held up this rain a lot. Bearing in mind we're on our ninth or 8th hole by now, and the rain's not stopped. There's a bit of line water, but it's not a lot. And I hit this putt a little bit harder, and I went about 10 foot past, and then I lipped out coming back. So I was really angry. Really frustrating with a 3 putt there, because that would have got me back to level par. Hit a fantastic little 4-iron up the next hole to get into position. This is where I had a bit of a mind explosion. I didn't really think about what I was doing. Can I blame the rain? Possibly. We were playing through a group, so I was curious. I was kind of going a bit quicker than normal. I think the rain was just horrid. Absolutely horrid. And 100 yards out, pulled out the 54, but I almost played it like a 58. I hit it hard. Don't know why. And where I ended up, I thought I'd just gone over the back of the green, but I hadn't. I'd actually gone, so the flag's in the middle, you've got another 15 yards to the back of the green, then you've got 2 or 3 yards, and then 10 yards of trees. I've cleared the trees. So now I'm only about 5 or 6 paces past the trees, and I've got to go up and over onto the green. And I'm looking at this shot going, I used to be a member of this golf club, and I don't think I was ever over there. I was almost on the next fairway on the other side of the green. So, to be fair, quite happy with this. I've opened up a 58 degree, and I've hit it hard, really hard to get up and over the trees, and it's landed about 10 foot from the flag, and I've held it for par. I mean, that was a save. That was a serious save. So I'm still 1 over par at this point. Get round to a dog leg, and for the first time I experienced a driver with a wet club face on a wet golf ball and the effects it had, because I normally go straight over the trees, no hassle, and this ball actually splashed at impact and it just came off the face low left. And okay, I was in a decent position. I still only had a 9-iron into the green, which I hit on and just two putted, but it was a weird sensation. I got into the next tee again and I really dried my club face, like almost got it warm. It was I was drying it for so long. Hit a fantastic drive down the next. Really disappointed in my wedges again on this particular hole. 120 yards in, just a smooth little gap wedge. I've just hit it too hard, and I've must have gone 30-40 feet past the flag to the right side, and again putting across really wet greens. I've left this one about 8 foot short and missed it, so I've three putted again. Second 3.4 holes. And that's frustrating because now I'm back to 2 over with, in my mind, 2 very birdieable holes coming up, even sneaking an eagle on one of them. And that's what I nearly did on the next. Fantastic drive, 210 yards into the flag, hit a 5-iron to around about 10 foot.
Just to give you an idea of how bad the weather is at the moment, I can't see it being going much longer. It's a shame, we've got a putt for eagle coming up. Currently 2 over par. 2-3 putts. It's been like this all day. Fair play for the greens for holding up so long. Horrific weather. Just an indication of what we're playing through. Hey! That's for eagle. To go back to level par. If I can get a putt. Wow. Wow, this is not going to last much longer. We've got 6 holes to go. If the rain stays like this, it's a no-go. It's a shame because we've grafted.
And it lipped out for eagle, just tapping birdie. Next hole's a very short par 4, 220 to the flag. So I've hit a 4-iron just short of the front edge, chipped on, held the putt for birdie. So back-to-back birdies and back to level par, and they're feeling good. Got round the next, hit a dodgy drive, hit a provisional, but they were both kind of pretty much next to each other in no danger. 2-putt par on that hole as well.
Somehow we're still playing. Level par 3 to go.
And again on the par 3 next, there's again a chip and a tapping par. This is when we found out the hooter had gone 20 minutes previous. We'd been out there for an extra 2 holes, not even realising. We only had 2 holes to go. Level par with 2 to play. I thought, in these conditions, that's not bad. It was absolutely nuts. It was crazy. I've not played in rain like that for a long time. And honestly, the funniest thing, it was a 1 PM shotgun start, and there was rumours on the putting green. Everyone said, oh yeah, it's going to start raining at 3. And I'm thinking, I've got an umbrella in my bag, but it's a bit broken. It's not the best. And I don't have any waterproof tops. I hate wearing waterproofs. And then at about 12:30 I thought, I better go home and get a new umbrella and my waterproof top. So I got in the car. Thankfully I live like 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the golf club. So I just sped round to my house, ran in, got my umbrella, got my top, sped back round to the golf course. And by that time it was literally head straight to the tee and tee off. So I just about made it in time, otherwise I'd have been absolutely soaked. Managed to keep myself dry. I'm one of those guys that will not put the umbrella down. Up until the moment I've read my line with the putts, I've still got the umbrella over me, and the moment I'm ready to do my practice putts and get into the zone of the shot, that's when the umbrella jumps on the floor. I try and keep myself as dry as I possibly could. I only kind of really went through one glove all the way around. That's how dry I try to keep myself. So it was an interesting day. All 20 or 21 pros split the prize fund. Feel a bit sorry for the guys that were 5 under with 4 to play. I mean, the first prize was £550, so he would have got that. Level par, I think, would have got me in the top 10, which, to be honest with you, I think would have got me around about £100 anyway. And I got 80, so it makes no real big difference, to be honest with you. It was an enjoyable day. It was nice to compete. While I'm filming this now, I've actually got another competition, another ProAm tomorrow, so there will be another, hopefully, an actual definite result on how I did. So, yeah, miserable day in terms of weather. Really good fun though, and credit to the greenkeepers and the condition of the golf course, because that rain came down from the get-go. and we played 16 holes until it was unplayable. So the rain really didn't affect the greens so much, probably until maybe 14 holes in. So they held up really, really well. So did the golf course. It's a golf course I used to be a member at, and it's a golf course that used to get flooded. It was Davyhulme Water Park back in 10 or 15 years ago, but now honestly it was fair play, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, big thank you to obviously all the sponsors of the ProAm. Big thanks to the PGA for putting it on and probably finding the right result in the end. It worked out. It worked out pretty well. Another competition tomorrow, another competition then next week, and then another one the week after. So I've got 4 in the space of 2 weeks, which is the first time. So it's kind of got the competitive juices flowing. Hopefully we can stick a couple of good rounds in there and maybe try and win one. Why not? Let's go for it. So guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed some of the video clips from yesterday. It was a complete washout, but hey ho, that's golf. That's why we play. That's why we love it. I'd rather play in sunshine though. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. It means a huge amount if you just click that subscribe button for us. Also follow me on the social media platforms. There's Improve My Golf on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, but there's also Carters_golf, again on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. So please do click those likes and subscribes and follows and etc, etc. That would be a very, very appreciative by myself. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Another Pro-Am coming up, so another video coming up in a couple of days' time. Stay tuned, see you soon.